So I'm changing out the spark plugs on my 2017 Chevy Silverado. It's got the 4.3 in it. This side isn't too bad. That side's gonna be a little bit more work involved. But there's two different ways you can do this. You can either do it the way I'm doing it, where I'm just doing it above here on the side, but it's probably gonna apply more for over here. You might need to jack the truck up, take the wheel off, and take off this liner here in order to get the get access to those spark plugs. I haven't gotten there yet, but I just pulled out this one right here. Here's the old plug. Here's the new one. A little bit of a difference. Like I said, it's only got 80,000 miles on it, so they tell you to change them every 100,000, but I just happened to look on Amazon and got all of these on a warehouse deal. Said that they were used, but they look like they've never even been installed. Each one was $2.57 as opposed to the $8 or $10 a piece they would have cost from the store or the dealer. All I'm gonna do is just thread this back in by hand. I've already verified the gap. The gap is at about 40 thousandths. That's right in the middle of the range. Now there is a torque on these. I'm gonna go grab my torque wrench in a second. That's all you gotta do. 16 foot-pounds. We'll just do this one. All right, so that's good. So I actually haven't needed to pull off the side wheel yet, or that shield, because I've been able to get everything from in here just by sliding my hand and arm down here. And I've been able to reach everything. I'm also replacing the plug wires too. I've got these from Rock Auto. So I'm just kind of pulling them off and replacing everything as I go. I've already checked all the gaps on the new plugs, so those are good. And then at the top, you'll want to take these off. They just pop in place with those two grommets there. It's not too bad. But right now I'm just removing the second to last spark plug. I've got that side all done, put back together. Not really a whole lot of room here for the camera, but that's all I'm doing. And then once I get it out enough, it's pretty loose. There we go. So I'll show you guys what they all look like after I'm done, but they all pretty much look the same. So I've got the new plug in, and I'm just going to keep screwing it in until it goes up against the side of the block. So these heat shields come off of the old plug wires, and you just put them onto the new ones. Those are very important. You don't want to forget those. So just sliding it down below, let it set, and you see how that plug wire is hooked up to that coil. Install this one just the same. Just line her up. I don't know if the camera heard that sound, but it snapped in place. But I figured I'd show you guys how I get the plug wires out. So I've got the top of this one right at the coil, just like that. And then you just grab the end, carefully move it back and forth, just like that. So there's the aforementioned heat shield. Just like that. So everything's back together. Just got to clean up. We'll start it up. I'll show you guys the spark plugs too. So here's the old plugs. Not the best, not the worst by far. All of them are burned about the same. So I'm not seeing anything irregular here, but I think overall it's probably a good thing to have changed them. Check for any engine lights. Nothing so far. Once it's all warmed up and I've been driving it around for a little bit, it was kind of idling funny at 100 RPM, or 500 RPM rather. So definitely I'm going to keep an ear out for it just to make sure everything's going good, but so far it seems to run just fine.